Hi, everyone. Welcome to Record Club. It is okay. I'm going to be honest with everyone here. We recorded this episode. We recorded at least 40 minutes of this episode.
Yeah.
And then I moved the mouse and I realized that the counter wasn't counting. And then the thing said start recording. I'm like, start record.
So sorry.
And then
to
I
be
had
rude.
to break it to my. Go ahead.
I'm texting Beckett to say we're gonna be late. Sorry.
Okay, I had to break it to my wife here, who was so kind to show up for the third week in a row.
This is late at night too. This is not a normal time.
That I didn't hit record. I thought I did, and so we are. I mean, yeah. Here's the thing. I'm just gonna lay it all on the table here before we even start. First off, Jennie, thanks for being on. Second, we're recording this episode later than we've ever done before because we've been so fucking busy. Kids went back to school. I mean, we have 1,000 activities.
Yes.
And so right now, we usually record this on Monday.
Yes.
Right now, it is Wednesday night.
Yes, it is.
I hear Garrett doing the PPS right now.
Shouts out.
And Beckett is at home with Sawyer and Lennon, who the girls were like, we'll do our own showers, brush our teeth, and we'll get ourselves in bed, and Beckett will just be here.
He's a good brother.
Good brother. Also, like the fact that they're old enough to do that is something.
They're so old.
But I really that sucks.
You know, Beckett has cross-country practice tomorrow at 6:30 a.m.
Oh, fuck. I forgot.
And I am taking him.
I forgot the 6 8. Oh, no.
So I have to get up extra early, and now I have to be here extra late.
So,
I do forgive. I'm going to embarrass the fuck out of you because I said something in the first version of this recording that his face was bright red.
I was like,
he couldn't come back from it.
Please don't.
And I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it worse than I did the first time. So fucking hold on to your ass, everyone, because I'm going to fuck this guy up.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
I am coming for him so hard. You have no idea. This is going to be our spiciest episode yet.
Don't. Okay, so.
Just wait.
I don't know what happened. I hit record. Jennie, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I am sorry because I apologized the first time around saying that if you are sick of seeing me here, I am very, very sorry. I didn't think I would be back this week.
Yeah,
Sean had said he might ask someone else. He did not. So I found out I was coming 2 days ago and I rushed my research. I've been very busy.
Well, here's the thing is we were driving home and she was singing every single song.
I know them all. I know all 40.
All 40 of these songs. And so I was like, you should be on. You know this. And
I do. I'm weird.
You're not weird. You didn't put it on yourself. It was in your house, right? It was your dad who played this.
How did you know?
I just had a wild guess.
Okay. I'll give more because I didn't tell you this last time.
Yeah, well, for them it's the first time, but yes, go ahead.
But you didn't hear this the last time I said it. So my dad did not grow up in this country. He was born in Brazil, and then he moved to France.
Right.
And then he moved to Spain, and then Portugal, then Virginia. He came to the United States, and then he lived in Mexico and went to school in San Diego. So my dad is like a child of the world.
Yeah, geez.
And he didn't grow up with this kind of music. He was just kind of all over the place, taking in everything. And when we moved to the middle of nowhere, when I was going into 8th grade, my dad decided to really like embrace what was happening and be like, okay, we live in kind of a country town. Everybody loves country music here. I'm going to go with the flow and I'm going to learn this too because it's not something I'm familiar with or something I've been interested in. But he had said, like, moving to so many different cultures and locations growing up, he learned that you need to try to, like, absorb some of what's going on in every single place.
Mm-hmm.
My dad and I have kind of a strange relationship. My dad is difficult sometimes, but he's also very smart and very intuitive and
speaks like 1,000 languages. I guess he had to.
He does. He speaks 5 languages fluently. If my dad takes the time to care about you and have a moment with you, you realize he's actually like very smart and thoughtful. It's just that he doesn't often take that time because he's also incredibly selfish. So when we were living in this new town and I was fighting so hard against everything because I fucking hated it and I refused to like anything that anyone else liked, including country music, was like, fuck this. I don't want to live here. I'm not going to like this stupid ass music. I don't give a fuck about Garth Brooks. I was really digging my heels in. I was fighting so hard. And my dad, probably a year and a half into it, sat me down and said, I can see that you hate it here. I can see the struggle. And I thought, I didn't know that you saw one single thing. I fucking did.
I've never heard this story, so this is good. I'm excited.
So my dad said to me that what I was doing, he said, you know, when the current is taking you away, if you fight and you swim against the current as hard as you can, if you just keep kicking and clawing and fighting against the current, you will eventually get exhausted and you will drown. You will die. So maybe try for a moment letting the current take you and you go with it. You work with the current to get yourself to the side and pull yourself out. He's basically saying, stop fighting so hard to not be like everyone else here and maybe give a try, like try country music, try going to the fucking fair and seeing the animals and finding out what 4-H is, and stop fighting so fucking hard to not be part of this thing that you find yourself in. Because I was doing that and I was isolating myself because I just was so angry that I didn't have a choice in living there and I didn't want to be part of it. And it was one of those moments where my dad was actually a really good dad. And sometimes it is hard for me to remember that there were those moments because there was others where he was not a good dad. And so this album, as I was listening to it, because my dad fell in love with Hank Williams when we were living in this shitty place, it was making me remember some really nice things about my dad.
Really nice. That's really nice.
And it was making me remember that sometimes he did take the time to really see me and get through to me. And he and I are very similar, which is probably most of our issue because you hate in others what you see in yourself. So I did start to embrace a little bit of the country music. I did get a Garth Brooks album.
Nice.
It was good and I liked it. But I just started to open my heart a little bit more to things that I had previously been like, I hate this. This sucks. This is bullshit. I don't want to know this. And I think that actually helped like my general view of all music.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped being like, I'm too good for this or I'm too cool for this or I'm not that. Because you actually could just be anything.
You can.
If you just let yourself try it a little bit.
Well, that is kind of what I did with this because I've been on the record saying I don't like country music.
You do say that all the time.
I know.
I forgot.
But with this to me is like almost like the start of country music. And I mean, the poppier version of country music, you disagree? No?
All right, I'll give you the poppier version.
Like he's like before this, it was like folk music, blues. What else was there? I don't even know. Rock didn't exist. What else? I don't know. Gospel.
I'm actually not this old.
Thank you. So yeah, I do. There is a definite charm to this. And I listen to this music, and as dumb as it sounds, I'm imagining watching like the Apple Dumpling Gang, or
God.
like walking through
You in that movie.
Well, I know, walking through Frontierland. Or something like that. I was like, oh yeah, like this could be playing here. This is how it works. Yeah, like it's like, you know.
Okay.
I'm walking through, or like, you know, I'm in Tombstone, Arizona. This is on. I'd be like, all right, you know, like let's go to the Bird Cage Theater or whatever the fuck it was, you know. I think that's what it's called. Anyways, so I also have opened my mind up a little bit.
Okay.
Because of Hank Williams.
Should I pretend like I'm surprised that you liked it since you already did tell me that the last time we
You don't have to
recorded
be surprised. It's fine. They know. We've told them that I fucked up, that I've made a mistake. But
I was surprised that he liked it. The first time I heard it 30 minutes ago, I was shocked. I didn't think he liked it.
Yeah. But I did. I did like it. So if you want, we can. I don't know. You're looking at me in a way that's making me nervous. I don't know. I don't know what.
I was just wondering if I was going to share why I thought you didn't like it, like I did the last time I thought we were recording, because you were so embarrassed and your face was bright.
Are you going to share it, or are you not going to share it? That's
what do you want,
Jenny? I'm the one who fucked up. So you do what your heart tells you. But man, you made me so embarrassed. But I'm good. I can handle anything.
Let's see. So last time I was surprised that he liked it because I had said he hadn't been playing it much during the week.
Mm-hmm.
And that normally I can tell when he really likes something because he'll use it during our intimate moments.
Okay.
So like Beyonce, we played a lot of Beyonce in the bedroom.
Okay.
We did a lot of fun stuff to the Supremes. We've had a great time with Frank Sinatra.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So many good times
my God.
to so many different albums.
Yeah.
And you didn't play this one once this week during our good times.
I just, this one.
We had such good times this week.
We
You didn't play this music for it.
Jesus Christ. We did have great times. All the times are great times. And
Every one of them was great, but this music did not play during it.
it did not. It did not.
And as I said earlier, it didn't make the Fuck Jams playlist.
Okay. It did not. I don't think this is music to fuck to. Is Hank? Is that what? Is
I
Hank,
mean, I guess we could try.
I mean, I'm down to try anything at this point, but I don't.
I just don't know which song I would pick because some of them are so like sad.
Exactly.
Maybe Hey Good Looking.
That's a nice one. We can
Okay,
try
we'll
that.
try that.
We'll try that one out. We'll give it a test.
We'll report
then.
back.
I'm not going to report back, but she might.
Only if I'm trying to upset you.
Okay. Well, she's embarrassed me once again, and it's what I deserve for.
It's so late.
I know, dude. I know. And I thought we'd maybe finish Chariots of Fire tonight, but we're not doing that.
Oh fuck.
We're not gonna finish that tonight. No way. We started it. We're not gonna finish it. That's a movie club problem.
That's a slow movie.
It's just. I mean, I want to give my review, yeah, because I'm only halfway through, but it is slow. Okay. It's ironic because about running. How
You
about
know what's weird is I feel like we need to rush through the parts that we've already talked about because I feel like we've been talking for too long. But
Yeah.
now I'm remembering
that?
that
No one's heard anything about
actually-
Hank Williams?
we've just started.
No, we started 12 minutes ago. So Hank Williams was the worst we've ever done it. I'm going to jump all over the place. Was Rocco and I recorded an entire episode of Movie Club and then had to do it again. And then
Oh no.
the second time it didn't work because the file got corrupted and we had to do it the third time. And we said, like, if this doesn't work, we refuse to do this episode
What
again.
was the movie?
I don't even remember. But I remember being like, I cannot pretend to have this conversation one more time. I cannot do it.
I also feel like I'm going to not mention stuff during this because
Yes.
I'm going to feel like I already said it. So I'm like,
100%.
oh, I
That's
don't want to repeat myself.
that's gonna
But
happen.
it's not.
Yeah, I know. It's you know what? We're professionals.
I'm not.
Well, I'm not either. I'm just
Clearly.
shut up. I'm just a guy. Okay. Hank Williams or Hiram King Williams was born September 17th, 1923. Did not realize that his name was not Hank.
I didn't know
This was
either.
news to everyone involved. Maybe you as well. Maybe you did not know that.
They probably didn't.
He died when he was 29,
Sad.
which is crazy. He had all these hits, so many hits, and being so young.
because he was the hillbilly Shakespeare. Have I said that this time? I don't know.
Well,
Maybe.
Maybe. He called his music hillbilly music
Yes.
because he, didn't really have a genre what to call it. He didn't know. And he also, he was born he had spina bifida? Yeah. So he had this fucked up spine he was always in pain.
Sucks.
It does suck. And you actually see him like some videos of him like performing, and you can see like him like hunched over and kind of like dancing a certain way, but it's like, oh man, he definitely like you could tell.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, but I guess they said that like when he would move his legs, like do a little dance thing, that was before the Elvis hip thing, but the girls would go crazy for it. They loved it. Like his little like he's basically like shaking his knees together. It's like it's so lame, but like that is the shit.
These girls are horned up.
Yes.
I bet they fucked these songs. These were their fuck jams.
These were their fat beats to
Oh my
fuck to.
God.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
How exciting.
One time Derek made me a CD and then he wrote on it fat beats to fuck to. But he
I
spelled
remember.
fat PHAT and fuck PH.
I know. I found that in your little like
And I was gonna bring that up.
CD case,
Yeah.
and I was like, "What the fuck
What
is
is this? I'm like, oh, Derek made me this. I swear. It's
That was another time you were super embarrassed. You've
Mhm.
always been embarrassed about sex.
Is it most people? No,
Not me.
not you. Respect.
I'm a grown woman. I can fuck whenever I want.
And I love that about you. Anyways, so he came from poverty. His dad was in World War I and kind of was just
Absent.
He had a huge head injury in the war. His mom sent his dad off to a VA hospital, and they moved to somewhere else in Alabama. Hank wanted to learn how to play the guitar, so he walked the streets in Alabama, found a blues singer who would play on the streets named T-Tot, and T-Tot would teach Hank guitar tricks in exchange for food. And so Hank would bring him like some food from his mom, who wanted Hank to learn music as well, and T-Tot would teach him his stuff, what he knew. And then I did a little bit of a dive on T-Tot, who then he died kind of in poverty, and but then later on, Hank Williams credited him for the only person who ever taught me anything with music was this guy. So now there is a statue of T-Tot at the cemetery where he's buried, and that was paid for by Hank Williams Jr.
That's awesome.
Shouts out Hank Williams Jr. Anyways, so but yeah, Hank Williams himself, because he was always in pain, he started drinking moonshine when he was 11.
Wild.
He was a alcoholic pretty much since then, his whole entire life. And a lot of it, alcoholism, there's a lot of reasons why, people drink, but I think that the pain of his back was part of it. I think that would probably numb him to that as well. Later on in life, he became addicted to morphine as well. And that was because he made friends with a doctor who got his doctorate by sending $50 through the mail, who then they mailed him back his doctorate. Don't know how that works. And then...
I thought we already talked about this.
Did we?
No, I think it was
That was the
first
first
one.
time.
But I was like, wait, shit. Are we doing... No, sorry. Okay.
That's okay. I think we're in the clear. But if you have heard any story I'm about to tell again, I do apologize. And again,
So sorry.
it's for us right now, 8:55 at night is practically 1 a.m. It's so late.
I mean, we don't go to bed this early. It's just
But we don't
usually
do
we're
anything.
at home
We're at
talking to
home.
Emma and Beckett.
Yeah, we're hanging out with the kids, and usually right now I'm like, Lennon and Sawyer, you have to go to bed. It's almost 9 o'clock.
Okay, we got to watch Love Island with your older siblings. Get the fuck out of here.
Get out of here. Get out.
I love Love Island.
Yeah. Anyways, so I talked about that on the Anchorman episode of Movie Club.
Love Island?
That we watched that show, yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Because in Anchorman,
Which you love.
at the end, one of the people, maybe it was the Paul Rudd character, became a host of a reality show called Intercourse Island. And I was like, that's practically Love Island.
I would watch that
Yeah,
for sure.
of course. Of course we would watch that. That would be just a me and you show.
What was that? Didn't Nikki Glazer have a show where it was like Fuckboy Island or something?
I don't know about that.
I should also watch that.
I don't know that one.
Also, Sean hates Anchorman, like a strange amount.
Mm-hmm. I gave it a 2, though.
That's higher than I thought you would. You
There
were
you
being
go.
such a bitch baby watching it. You were complaining so fucking much. I was like, this is, first of all, not that long of a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And some
That's
of it's
true.
kind of funny.
Yeah, there are parts that we laughed
But it's
at.
like, I laughed at that milk was a bad choice. And you were just like,
I just heard that so many times. I've just heard people say that so many times. So many
Still
times.
good
I mean,
show.
maybe it's funny the first time. But now
oh, he's too good for Will Ferrell.
I mean,
Are you?
no.
What about Elf?
I mean, it's fine.
The kids love Elf.
The kids do love Elf. Yeah.
I love watching Elf with the kids.
So
I love the kids more than you.
what? Yeah, definitely. Now we've settled that. Okay, here's the thing. Jennie and I, it's 40 songs. We did not get into 40 songs. What we did was we each chose our 10 favorites, and we haven't seen
I chose 11.
11 for her. And we haven't seen what we picked, and we're just going to go off and see where we align.
Well, we know one song because we already discussed it.
We know one song, and we'll start there now, which is where we started this whole. I realized, thank God for the song, honestly, because I realized that we weren't recording because of the song. Shouts out to Move It On Over, his first hit. Shouts out Hank. Here we go.
Came in last night at 10:30. That baby of mine wouldn't let me in, so move it on Move it on
This is gonna be our
over,
song
move
tonight.
it on over, move over, little dog, 'cause the big dog's moving in.
All right. So this is credited to being one of the first like rock and roll songs.
Yes, it is considered one of the earliest examples of rock and roll music.
Mm-hmm.
Many people think that Rock Around the Clock by Bill Haley in the Comments is the first rock and roll single,
When did that come out?
1954. And
See,
this
that's
came out in
well
1947.
Before that.
Yes.
Well before that.
But the songs are similar. They have the same 12-bar blues arrangement.
Yes, they do.
Also, this is interesting. The song is about a guy that comes home late and his wife is fucking pissed, so she will not let him in the house. So he has to go sleep in the
Oh.
doghouse. That's
And
what
that's
it's about.
why it's going to be about us tonight.
Yeah, I wasn't going to fuck you to this song. I was saying I'm going to lock you out of the goddamn house
Oh.
because I'm irritated with you.
Well,
but I still do love you.
thanks, babe. I will say that, and I'm not, this is the last time I'll talk about how we've recorded this already, but
It's not the last time I will.
But I usually when I fuck up a record club, I'm doing it solo. So this is the first time I had a guest on when I've fucked up this bad.
That's actually not the first time you fucked up one with a guest because you fucked up the one I was on
Oh,
where you
with the
switched our
audio.
mics and then no one could hear me.
The audio.
Because he has to be the center of attention. So he gives me the low mic,
I just
gets on the loud mic so that no one can hear me.
there's just a lot that goes into setting this up.
That's true.
There is.
There is. Usually Johnny helps. He's not here.
When Johnny's here, he helps.
Johnny would have told us to push record.
Yeah, that's why we need Johnny around.
We do need Johnny. I
Guys,
love
you're not recording. Is the warm up done
Like,
because we're not
hey, you
recording?
stupid fucks. Could you push record?
What else do you have on this song? This is like his first hit, as we
This
said.
week, yeah. First major hit. It reached number 4 on the Billboard Most Played Jukebox Folk Records chart. And the revenue generated by this song was the first serious money he'd ever seen in his life. I think we hadn't mentioned yet that his mom was his manager at first because he dropped out of high school to pursue music. And then he got married super young to Audrey. I think he's like 21. And then Audrey and his mom were really butting heads over who got to manage the career. And it really started at this point when the money started coming in because this was the first real big money he was making.
And it's like everyone's seen money for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
From what I read, he was like not cool with spending money still. Like he had a lot of money later on in life, especially later on. He died when he was 29, but like, later on
Yeah.
in his later 20s. And he didn't want to spend it. He's like, no, I'm good. But like Audrey was the one like, no,
I
we
get
got to
that.
get you like custom suits and we got to get you like things to make you stand out. But he's like, I don't want to spend money on things.
He
But
did
like
have that cool white suit with the
musical
music
notes, it's on the cover
Yeah.
of this.
Yeah,
He's
it's like-
wearing it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
That is the one I was talking about.
Yeah,
yes.
cool.
He always wore that one for performances.
Yeah. Anyways. Okay. What do you have next?
Oh, I was just going to say that all of the songs are covered by a million people, so I'm not going to name everybody that covers the songs. I'll just try to mention the interesting ones. But on this one, what I thought was interesting is that it was covered by Bill Haley and the Comets, which was the other like rock and roll song. Also
you go.
Travis Tritt, George Thorogood.
Oh.
And the George Thorogood and Travis Tritt version was on the 1999 King of the Hill soundtrack.
Oh. I didn't know the King of the Hill had a soundtrack.
Well, apparently it did, and
How
this
about that?
song was on it.
Okay. What do you have next, Jenny?
I have Lovesick Blues. Did you pick that one?
Don't have that one, but I can go find it for us.
All right. Well, that song was released in 1949,
Okay.
and the song was originally composed by Irving Mills and Cliff Friend. Irving did the lyrics, and Cliff did the music, or maybe the way around. I don't remember. But it first appeared in the 1922 musical Oh Ernest, and it was originally recorded by Elsie Clark. And then I just did a deep dive into her whole life for no fucking reason because I didn't have the
Because
time.
you're curious.
All right, play the song, please.
I got a feeling of the blues, oh Lord, since my baby said goodbye. Lord, I don't know what I'll do. All I do is sit and sigh, oh Lord, that last long
Okay.
day.
Actually, I'll do a little more.
She said goodbye.
I like it.
Well, Lord, I thought I would cry. She'll do me, she'll do you. She's got that kind of loving. Lord, I love to hear her when she calls me sweet daddy.
All right. What is he singing about? Hank, what are you saying?
Well, this the musical that this was in is actually a musical about like lonely pilots. Interesting. So Irving Mills, who was the person that wrote the lyrics, he was a fighter pilot in World War I.
Oh.
And he said he was really impressed by all the like lovesick boys who would leave their young wives and sweethearts for the service.
Right.
So he wrote this song about that experience.
Interesting. How about
So the original song came out in 1922 in the musical, and then this guy Emmett Miller, who was kind of famous, recorded a version that included like more of a yodeling sound.
Mm-hmm.
You can just respond to your text messages.
Sorry, our daughter Lennon just texted, "Can you please wake me up when you get home?" I said, "You got it."
Okay, cute. I love her so much.
Me too.
And then a decade after that, this country music star Rex Griffin released a version, and then Hank Williams started performing it based on that version on his appearances on the Louisiana Hayride. And then because the audience would have such a huge response to the song, he decided to record it. I wrote "No One Cares" next to that note, so I'll skip that.
Okay.
This was the first #1 hit of his 11 country music #1s.
Wow.
And the success of this song got him an invitation to perform at the Grand Ole Opry, which I think
So
I don't remember if we did that.
I don't think we did. So I'll say it. So the Grand Ole, he would play on radio stations, but he was drunk a lot of the times, and he wouldn't show up, and so it was not reliable. But the Grand Ole Opry was such a prestigious place, still is, that they were like, we will not have anyone who is not reliable and could potentially be drunk on our airwaves. That will not happen.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
This is when we started talking shit about Rob Schneider.
Yes,
okay,
that's exactly
got it.
right.
Thanks.
We're never going to go into why we started doing that, but we definitely did.
If you guys can connect the dots, I'd be really interested.
I'd be fascinated to know. So anyways, but he became so big and such a name in country music that it was looking bad on them for not having him on. So they had him on because it's worth the risk because we're looking bad without you.
And he did this song and he got a standing ovation because it was so good. People fucking loved it. So
and I was trying to explain it to our kids the reason why I didn't play this so much is because our kids, especially Emma, did not like his yodeling.
How dare she not like yodeling? That's the best part.
Was she not like Jewel? And she was.
Does she not like Jewel?
I don't know.
What is she not like Slim Whitman?
I don't know. I'll text her and ask.
Do you know who that is?
No, I don't.
Have you seen Mars Attacks?
Yeah.
Remember that music they would play?
Oh yeah, I thought it was Tom Jones that they played. It was like make their heads blow up.
I thought it was like Cattle Call by Slim Whitman.
I thought it was like. I don't remember.
I feel like I do.
I trust
Slim
you.
Whitman.
Okay, Slim Whitman.
Anyway, my dad also had that CD and I listened to it all the time.
Yeah. So, anyways, I was playing Hank Williams. Whenever he would yodel, Emma would be like, "Ugh, I can't with this."
Oh my God, she's such a brat.
And then it's funny though because I got Sawyer singing it, and she was like, and then Sawyer said, "You know what? It's actually kind of fun to sing." So she was into it. It is
fun to sing.
She said that tonight.
All right, that's my girl.
Kind of got Sawyer over. Yeah. Anyways, okay, what do you have next, Jennie?
I was not finished.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
This.
Yeah.
If you're bored, I can move on.
I'm not at all.
This is one where I listened to like several different covers of it, which was probably a waste of time.
Mm-hmm.
But I just wrote like little notes next to it, like Sonny James' version. I said no in capitals.
Okay.
Patsy Cline, her version was too fast. I like that. Little Richard's version of this song is good as fuck.
Okay.
You should listen to it. It's good. I liked it.
Okay.
Glenn Campbell, it was like Hank Williams light. I was like, why are you? If you're not going to sing it better or at least as good, then don't. Yeah. And I love Glenn Campbell.
Yeah, I know that about you.
George Strait was better than Glenn Campbell, but not as good as Hank Williams.
Yeah.
This song also appeared in several movies. One of them was the Shawshank Redemption.
Oh.
That's a tough one to say. I don't know if you know this.
Okay.
Several people were offered the role of Andy Dufresne.
I do know this, and I know who one of them was.
Who?
I think it was our best friend, Kevin Costner.
Yes.
I think he was.
My boy, Kev.
I think he was offered the role.
He was offered it, but he couldn't do it because he was making Waterworld, which, once again, fantastic movie, no notes. Love it. Couldn't be better.
How about that?
But it was also offered to Tom Hanks.
Interesting.
And Tom Hanks couldn't do it because he was making Forrest Gump.
Oh.
This song is also in Forrest Gump.
What a connection.
So weird.
Look what you've done.
It was also in The Last Picture Show. Have you ever seen that movie?
No.
It's like really young Sybil Shepherd, and she's like the most beautiful woman in the world. And then like young Jeff Bridges, but he just looks like Jeff Bridges, but he's young.
Yeah.
He's always just been goofy as fuck.
Tron, yeah.
Yes.
He's like just the same guy.
Yes. So anyway,
Nice.
that's the end of my notes.
Okay. What do you have next? Let's see if we align here.
I'm so lonesome I could cry.
I think I do have that. Here we go.
Yes. We have 2 out of 3.
I know. Let me just double check.
Hear that lonesome whippoorwill. He
You don't have
sounds too blue.
But it was on the list for a second. I had to take off to make it 10. So
Well, I kept 11.
The
1 out of 3.
midnight train is whining low. I'm so lonesome I could cry.
I really like this. I really like this.
What?
I know. And I'm surprised.
My dad will be thrilled.
He will be. But I'll text him and tell him. Yeah, like
apparently he
there's
does
something
text
about
you.
this that's so fucking charming. Like it's just, it makes me feel good listening to this music. It
This
does.
devastating, sad song makes you feel good. All right.
Something about it makes me feel, yeah. Not like I feel it. I feel what he's saying.
Okay. Well, you know who else felt what he was saying?
Who?
Bob Dylan.
Oh.
Bob Dylan, I think it was in his autobiography. He said in his autobiography that about this song, he said, even at a young age, I identified with him. I didn't have to experience anything that Hank did to know what he was singing about. I'd never heard a robin weep, but I could imagine it, and it made me sad.
Beautiful. What a
Bob
beautiful
Dylan,
quote.
what a writer.
Writer, yes. And you know what? Sometimes his voice sounds fucking weird, but
So strange,
but
but I
his
love
writing,
that
yeah.
he
Yeah,
could sing with that voice and
me
just
too.
do his thing.
Yeah.
It's also brilliant. I don't love a ton of his music, but I love him in general. All right.
Anyways.
So this song came out in 1949. It was written and recorded by Hank Williams, allegedly.
Oh,
There's a small controversy about this song.
okay.
This music journalist, Chet Flippo,
I don't
and
trust Chet
a Kentucky
Flippo.
historian named Lynn Nickel, they have both said that this other guy, this 21-year-old Kentuckian, Paul Gilly, wrote the lyrics and then sold them to Hank along with the rights. So like he bought it, it's his now. He also supposedly wrote the lyrics to Cold Cold Heart and other hit country songs, but he drowned when he was 27 years old.
Oh,
So these claims have not been widely accepted. But his mom was so devastated when he died that she like burned all of his papers because he
Oh.
was a songwriter.
Yeah.
So much of the evidence of his songwriting career was destroyed because I guess she was like super protective over him or something.
Oh,
And then he drowned while he was swimming in a neighbor's pond on your birthday, actually,
wow.
but in 1957.
Sure.
So she just burned all of his stuff, I guess, like in her grief. She
Huh.
lit his shit on fire. I don't know.
Okay.
Grief is weird.
Yeah.
Who knows
sure.
why?
Sure.
So no one could ever prove whether or not that was true, but most people think it was not true.
Yeah. That seems tough. Who am I to say?
I don't know. But he also originally intended to make this one of the Luke the Drifter songs and just
Yeah.
say it.
Now, I will say Luke the Drifter is Hank Williams. So if you look into what Luke the Drifter is, he was making these hit songs and then he wanted to do these like other songs, but he was just talking,
Kind of preachy.
kind of preachy. And like he sing a little bit, but mostly it was him just telling stories and talking. And the record label was like, no, like you're Hank Williams. People will buy your records and they don't want to hear you talk
Or preach.
or preach. So he made a persona, Luke the Drifter. Everyone knew it was Hank Williams. He wasn't fooling anyone, but like it did distinguish the two. And then a
So you
lot
knew
of
what you were
people,
getting.
like his daughter or his sister, came out and said, like, if you want to know who Hank was, it was Luke the Drifter. Like that's who he was. Like that's him talking.
Oh, he's not as fun as I thought he was.
I guess. Well, I mean, sometimes he's too much fun. So
That's true. Okay.
yeah.
Well, I was looking at who covered this song, and it's like the names you're expecting to see. It's like Elvis, Glenn Campbell, the Everly Brothers, Dean Martin, Willie Nelson, and then one caught my eye, Terry Bradshaw. And I
What
thought,
the fuck?
certainly that can't be the Terry Bradshaw that I'm aware of, the football player slash actor
Slash
strange
sports
older
commentator.
gentleman. No, it was that same Terry Bradshaw, and he released it in 1975. An album come out while he was literally the quarterback of the fucking Steelers.
What?
Also, it's not bad. I listened
Shut
to it
up.
and I was
It's-
like,
what the
oh,
fuck?
actually, he's kind of good. He has like kind of a lot of music out.
Terry Bradshaw?
I was surprised,
I
but not unpleasant.
Okay, well, if you remember at the end of all this, let's look up and see if we can find if he's on Apple. Is Terry Bradshaw
He's on Apple Music.
You
can
are
find
lying to
him.
me.
No, he's there. This song wasn't. I had to Google, like, get it on YouTube, but he has other music on there. I was like, you're
What?
literally like the height of your football career, and you're
making
putting out.
album?
Bizarre.
That's wild. I had no idea.
Anyway, it was a fun surprise, and the cover of the album was a real choice. I was like,
Was he shirtless or something?
no, it's just like the hair was fucking strange, and it was like the weird lighting. It looked like going to JCPenney's in like 1975.
Probably was. That's probably they did it.
He was rich. Like,
Yeah,
you're super
JCPenney's
rich.
not cheap.
Anyone could take your.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was really strange to find that, but he actually was kind of good.
All
He's
right.
also kind of a good actor. Was that Garrett
That's
Shoughton?
Garrett and Brian, yeah. There you go.
I love them.
Me too. Okay, what else you got?
Long Gone Lonesome Blues.
Long Gone Lonesome Blues.
And I realize that I've picked a lot of songs with blues in the title.
It's fine. Let's go to my playlist and see if I have that here. I think I do. That one.
That's what you said last time.
Sure did, but there it is, right there. Okay, well, let's skip a little bit ahead. Oh, it's the wheel. We're spinning a wheel right now.
I went down to the river to watch the fish swim by.
Now, this is the song that Emma lost it on. She couldn't hang.
But I
love
got
it.
to the river.
Me too.
So lonesome I wanted to die. Oh Lord.
This is when Sawyer was singing. This is
And
fun
then
to sing.
I jumped in the river, but the doggone river was dry.
Okay, let's get to some of the yodeling because this is what the foundation of this is.
She's long gone, and now I'm lonesome blue.
Okay. Now, either you're all in on that or you don't like it.
I love it.
I love it too. I'm not mad
I'm
at it.
so surprised.
I don't.
This is like Terry Bradshaw. Like, I'm so surprised, and I'm happy
Mhm.
about it.
Yeah. I do know. I don't know if you have any of the notes on this when they recorded it, but one of the guys, the producers on this thing, hated the yodeling, and he refused to work on it. He walked out of the studio. He's like, I'm not a part of this.
What a fool.
And they did it without him, and it became a huge hit. So that guy was wrong.
Humiliating.
Humiliating. Yes.
This one came out in 1950. It was his second #1 single. It is pretty similar to Lovesick Blues, which is fine. But there was a lot of speculation that he did make it similar because he had had 5 top 5 hits since Lovesick Blues came out, but he hadn't had a single #1 since that one. And so he was trying to kind of recreate that magic and get it back. And it worked because it went #1. This is one of his best known songs. And then 3 decades after this song came out, Bruce Springsteen used it as inspiration to write one of his best known songs, The River.
How about that? Okay.
Yeah. There's also a really great line in this one where he says, "A man needs a woman that he can lean on, but my leaning post is done, left, and gone." I love that.
That's really
lyric.
good.
That's so cute.
A lot of his lyrics, I think, are really charming like that. Like, and they tell a whole story.
Smart.
Yeah, very smart.
And
And so young again. Crazy.
this was also covered by everyone. The only ones I took note of were Hank Williams Jr. and Sheryl Crow.
I never listened to Hank Williams Jr. Did you? Have you?
No,
I don't care.
I'm so sorry. I don't care about him.
I don't care.
But maybe he's good. I don't know. He could be the next Terry Bradshaw.
I mean, that fingers crossed on that. I know he's popular though.
Well, I did read something. I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was like all these people talk about how his dad's like this big presence and this like charming, charismatic guy. And he's like, that's just not what I got.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, your dad was like an alcoholic.
And you saw, and he was only
he needs some
alive for
pain,
like,
and he was barely there.
yeah, right. And he was like probably 3 when he died or something like that. Like, you know,
Yeah, he's probably pretty young.
pretty young.
But it's
yeah.
like, that's sad.
Also, I didn't know that him and Audrey got divorced,
Mm-hmm.
then annulled that divorce, and they are back together,
Oh, I didn't know that.
and then they had Hank.
Oh.
So it was already a rocky road before
That's
Hank.
interesting because I saw that Hank was born like 5 years into the marriage. And I
Yes,
was like, oh,
so
they
that's
waited
why.
a while.
So they were
But they also
divorced for
were
part of it.
Young.
Yeah. And then later got divorced for good when he got drunk and started yelling at her and then shot a gun
Oh, in the ceiling.
in the in the ceiling, and then to scare her is what he said. And then she's like, I can't do this anymore. And
Well, that would scare me.
well, yeah, totally.
Not as much as it would scare you. I'd fucking beat your ass for that.
Do you? Okay.
I'm still mad about the recording. I'm
I
so
know,
sorry.
I
I'm trying not
know.
to be mad. I'm trying to let it go. Sean can attest to this. I'm really bad at letting things go. I'm going to bring this up later. I'm going to bring it up next time I'm here. Probably next fucking week because I'm always goddamn here.
Okay, I won't ask you again. We're gonna get Madonna. I'm not gonna ask you.
I
to be on.
like coming. It's fun. It's just I do feel like I'm going to get on everyone's nerves.
Why?
I'm so sorry.
You don't get on my nerves.
He's lying. I get on his nerves all the fucking time.
No, impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Impossible.
I do, especially when Emma and I are being assholes together.
That's a different case. Fuck that. That's terrible. Okay, what's the next song you got?
Moan in the blues. More blues.
More blues. Okay.
I love the blues.
You do.
Did you have that one?
I don't think so. Oh wait, yeah, I did. It's on my. This is my list. So yes, I did.
I don't know what to believe.
When my baby moved out and the blues moved in, there wasn't nothing I could do but mosey around with my head in my hands. Lord, what am I coming to? I just keep moaning, moaning.
Back to the yodeling.
the blues.
I picked it.
I wrote.
Okay. I like the song. More yodeling. It's all very, it's definitely similar. All the songs. They're not like. There's of the 40, there are some that are pretty different. There's that one that is like a Native American.
Kaliga.
Yeah.
I didn't pick that.
I didn't pick that one either, but it stood out to me. What happened?
All right, it's Beckett.
What did he say?
Making sure everything's fine.
Okay, he's checking on us, or we're checking on him. Well, we'll see. But
Oh.
yeah, yes.
It's just something with their cousin.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
Sorry. So sorry.
Wasn't important.
The kids are home alone. I was just checking to make sure Beckett's fine. So this was his 4th #1 single. But when I was doing the research, it said it's only one of 2 songs of his that had drums in it. And I was like, wait, what?
Is it the first one, Moving On Over, or the first?
No. I
Wait.
think Kaliga is the other one with the drums. So then I started listening to all the songs. I'm like, are there not drums in these songs? And there's not.
Wait, Moving On Over. I'm gonna play it again. Doesn't it have drums in it.
Came in last night.
It's not a drum.
I don't know.
What are they hitting?
So move it on over.
I don't fucking
Are
know.
they hitting the guitar?
Maybe.
What the fuck?
Blew my mind. I listened to like 10 songs and I couldn't find drums. I didn't listen to that one though.
That's crazy.
So I was like, whoa, what the hell? I guess he didn't really like to work with drums. He just liked to have like steel guitar, fiddle, shit like that.
This is, wow, wild.
Anyway, I'm glad that was exciting for you too.
No, it was, yeah. Huh.
So on this one, I was looking up who had covered it, and it was like Hank Williams Jr., Hank Williams III, and I was like, wait, who is that? I didn't know there was a Hank Williams III.
Mm-hmm.
Garrett apparently did, as we found out moments before we
walked
started.
on the PPS and Garrett was like, "Oh yeah, I saw the Williams III play and he wasn't very good or
He
something."
opened for Danzig, and I was like, what is happening? It was a shock.
Yeah.
So then I looked him up, and it was so weird because the grandson looks exactly like Hank Williams.
Really?
Hank Williams Jr. doesn't look anything.
Does he have spina bifida?
I don't think so. I hope
that's
not.
good. I hope not.
But he looks just like him. But then I saw that he like also plays like death metal and shit. So I was like,
That's why he's playing with Danzig.
wait, what? So then I looked up and it says like his live show format has like 3 parts. There's a country music set in the beginning. It has a fiddle and a steel guitar. Then it's followed by Hellbelly or Hellbilly. I don't fucking remember.
Hellbilly. Hell yeah.
And that's like cowpunk and psychobilly songs. And then it's Ass Jack, which is his like metal band.
Okay.
And that's all death metal and metalcore songs.
Fuck
I was
yeah.
like, huh.
No, Garrett saw this show. He didn't like it.
He said it was not good. But his version of this song is like an overdubbed like duet version with like the original Hank Williams. They put him with it like as if they were singing together, which I don't really like when they do
Me neither.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the album was called 3 Hanks, Men with Broken Hearts. And I was like, I don't also don't
Now,
like
when the Beatles did that recently with their newest song, how do you feel on that? It's like Paul singing with like young John.
That's a little different for me because Paul did actually sing with John and they had an existing relationship.
And I think
But I also did not like it either. But I felt like
but
it
being
wasn't.
now and then, and Paul was the now and
Yeah, it's
John's
like,
the then.
I like the
That's
idea, but
interesting.
it's just like I would like to know that John said yes to it.
He didn't
I
do
don't
that.
like when people can't say yes. Like that's why I don't like when they do the hologram stuff because it's like I don't know that like Tupac wants to be showing up at
Sure.
Coachella. Like I would like his permission.
Yeah, well, I think people are signing off on that thing now. So, like, later on, people are.
Yeah, and maybe
Like James Earl Jones has like signed off his voice forever for Darth Vader. Like, yeah, AI can be my voice.
it's
It's fine.
just so great.
Yeah, he's like that's like
What a
I'm
voice.
fine with that.
What did he sound like as a child?
The same.
I like now because Lennon has that friend Austin that has that like deep bullfrog voice, and
I
we've
love
known him since he was like 2,
That's
and he's
true.
always sounded like that.
But he doesn't like James Earl Jones.
No, but he has like a very deep.
He's a distinctive voice. For
His
sure.
voice was so strange when he was a toddler. It was like, what is
It's coming together now.
Simon
though. Now he's a
Birch?
little
What
older.
the fuck is happening over here?
Okay. Next, what do you got?
Hey, good looking.
Hey, good looking. I have that, of course.
That's our fuck jam. Didn't we decide?
We have decided now. It has now been decided.
I don't think I can fuck to this.
No, of course not. No, fuck
It's
this.
too slow. It's too goofy. It's not slow in a good way.
No. It's not sexy slow. It's just slow. But it's fun. Good
You want
song.
to cook something up with me?
Sure.
Hey, sweet baby, don't you think maybe we could find us a brand new recipe?
I mean, maybe it could be like a heavy petting song.
Ew.
Okay. Fine.
Don't heavy pet me. I don't even know what that means.
That's what either artist.
Sick.
I've
We're
heard that
not
term
watching
before.
fucking Happy Days.
I don't know.
Ugh.
Anyways, we have fun here. Okay, it's late. Sorry, everyone.
I do not want to be petted.
No one does.
Oh, disgusting. Okay, this one came out in 1951. This song borrowed heavily from the 1942 song with the same title written by Cole Porter for the Broadway musical Something for the Boys.
Oh. Okay.
Also, I could do a whole podcast on Cole Porter.
Okay, we'll do that later.
Fascinating. Love him. Outstanding. This song is number 19 on CMT's 100 Greatest Songs of Country Music.
Okay.
Which is like pretty high considering there's only 100 songs.
But this is what started it all. It should be up high.
I also watched a video of him performing this song that I found on an Elvis forum.
How about that?
I don't know why it was there. But there was like a whole thread about it. And he was like kind of peppy. And in the beginning of the video, June Carter is there. He's like having some
Really?
banter with her, but she's like is like a little fan or I don't know what the fuck. It was weird.
Fuck? That's crazy.
But the video, it's from this like TV show from 1952, but he seemed like pretty comfortable on TV, which I thought was weird considering how new television.
though, I think he was
was.
performing on the radio live. It's probably the same old thing. Like he's just
Yeah, but like the camera angle was switching and he was like just switching camera like seamlessly, just like looking here, looking there. It's like, oh, he's like where the
I
red
think
light is, he's
you know what?
following.
You're just a performer. Like people are just performers. They're born to be a performer.
Well, I was not. So
I disagree.
that stuff is impressive to me.
We saw the Hives on last week.
Last week,
Don't know what day that was.
they
but we
opened
saw
for
them.
Foo Fighters last Wednesday.
It was Wednesday. That's
1
right.
week ago.
Right from right now, from
Yeah.
this moment. How about that?
Mhm.
But the lead singer of the Hives was a born showman.
Yeah, he was great.
He was such an entertainer that like by the end of the show, whether you knew the Hives or not, you loved the Hives. Like
That's true.
He was able to just win the whole crowd over. You know,
And I like they're still wearing the suits.
me too.
From the old
But
days.
natural charisma, and Hank Williams had that. Natural.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
this song is in like tons of movies, tons of TV shows. It was in the movie Son-in-Law, which is a really great movie with Pauly Shore.
Pauly
I'm
Shore.
sure you
Yeah,
remember
of
it.
course. Yeah.
And I think Tiffany Amber Thiessen was in that.
I think you're right. That's why I saw it.
It was in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia,
Oh.
an episode of Scrubs. It pops up here
Mhm.
and there.
Yeah. I mean, it's a everyone knows this song. I think.
Yeah.
I think it's just a song everyone knows. It's in the fabric of, I don't know, music, time. Who
You see
knows?
this note? I just have Tom Hiddleston written up at the top of this page with
You
literally
do.
nothing else.
Nothing.
But I think it's because he played Hank Williams in a movie a few years back. But
We'll never know.
I don't know
Well,
what
we will know, but not probably.
that is. I wonder if he was good. I wonder if he
bet he
really
was.
sang. I should have looked it up. Maybe I wrote that note to remind myself to look it up, and I never
Here
did.
you are. Yep.
No.
Okay, Jenny, what do you got next?
I heard that lonesome whistle blow.
I don't think I have that one on my list. I don't, but
Okay.
we'll find it.
That's very upsetting.
Is it?
No, I don't care.
I didn't think you did. I hear that lonesome whistle. There's so many fucking songs on this. There we go. This, you know,
It's a good one.
it's a good one. You're walking through Hill Valley and Back to the Future 3, and this song's playing. Marty McFly and Dr. Brown right there talking about some kind of train they're trying to get rigged up with the DeLorean. Mad Dog Tannen's walking down the street. You know, you can see all this happening.
So you're just gonna keep doing this?
I'll stop.
Left my gal and left my home. I heard that long whistle blow.
Good song.
I love this one. 1951. This was his 14th consecutive top 10
God,
single.
Hank, you're killing
Hit
it.
after hit after hit. He wrote this one with Jimmy Davis. Jimmy Davis also wrote "You Are My Sunshine."
Oh,
Good song.
yeah.
This one I like. It's just about having your heart broken. This
Mhm.
one is saying like he fucked up and then he went to prison, so he had to leave his girl behind. So that's what the song is about. But it was likely an inspiration for Johnny Cash's Folsom Prison Blues,
Interesting.
and it's covered by everyone, including Johnny Cash.
One of the country guys, I'm so sorry. I don't know if I mentioned this on this episode or if it was one we didn't record, but I watched a documentary on Hank Williams from TNN back from 1995. Did we talk about this twice? I don't fucking
think
remember.
so.
I don't think so. But I watched a documentary to learn about Hank Williams' life on TNN from 1995. And they had this musician on, and he's this like country artist who I hadn't heard of him. He had this wispy hair, and he definitely was a country man who was popular in 1995.
Travis Tritt.
He had a goatee. No, it wasn't him. But he just said, like, Hank Williams was great about singing what country music's all about, which is, and I never heard this term before, it's about the woman you have, the woman you want, or the woman you can't get rid of.
Which one am I?
You're the woman I want, babe, at all times.
But not the one you have.
And the one, well, not anymore after I didn't record, but I had you for at one point. Anyways, so he's singing about the woman, what, he lost?
Yeah, because he fucked up and had to go to prison. So he
So
broke her
then
heart.
the three, I guess that would be the woman he wants. Because he,
Yeah.
okay, got it.
I
All right, what's
I
the
didn't make up the rule. Ramblin' Man is my next choice.
Ramblin' Man is on here because this is my favorite song.
It is?
This is my favorite one.
Okay.
And I listened to this and I thought, I've heard this.
Oh, I know
before.
where.
Thank you, because I couldn't find it. And I'm like, is it the White Stripes? And I looked, wasn't the White Stripes.
It's not.
But I fucking love this song. This song rules.
This is the one we're going to fuck to.
Sure. I love this song. But I've heard it before, but I can't say where, but I really, listening to it now in this album, I was like, I know exactly where I was driving to Slayer's Loud Pack, and I was like, oh, fuck, this song is awesome. Where have I heard it before? What do you got on this song?
Oh, you want me to go right into that? Okay.
Sure. I mean, I don't know. Just,
There's a band. You may have heard of them.
Mhm.
They're called the Raconteurs.
okay.
They use the opening lines of this song as an intro for their song, Blue Veins.
Okay. This makes, because I'm like, I swear to God, Jack White, I've heard Jack White cover this song.
It is Jack White.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that's the case. That's great news that I was like that close. The Raconteurs.
Mm-hmm. They have such good taste. I love this one because there's like plenty of yodels, just what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And what's interesting about this song is that all three verses are sung straight through. So there's no pause for like instrumental solos. Like it's just lyric after lyric after lyric after lyric. So that's kind of fun. You just get to keep on singing. And it's a song about a guy that just has to keep drifting.
He has to keep going.
has to keep rambling. He can't stop, and he's always breaking his lover's heart.
Yeah.
He was born to be a rambling man.
But the let's listen to a little bit of Blue Veins. I'm curious. Wait. Is it backwards?
I don't know.
Wow. Okay, we're not okay. Jack White, we'll get to you later. We'll
Figure that out on
later.
your own time.
On my own time, but that's awesome.
This is what I was talking about for the first time on this podcast, is that his ex-wife, Audrey, recorded one of his songs. She covered this song, and she called it Rambling Gal. But I couldn't find it because no one gives a fuck about poor Audrey and her singing. I
don't like when people cover a song and change it for that reason.
I don't either. I want you to keep it exactly the same.
I have a Nancy Sinatra record in my office that I got at the thrift store.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a song, I don't remember the cover she did, but she changes boy to gal or girl. And I'm like, oh, no need. Like, that's good. I don't need that. You know,
do you want people to think she's gay?
Yes.
I think that was always the fear. People had to like change it.
I think that's what it was. But like
who
it's
cares?
like, just sing the song. I don't need you to cover that.
I like when they keep it.
And Ramblin' Man
same.
sounds way better than Rambling Gal. That doesn't sound very good.
I wanted to be feminist about that, but you're right. It sounds like shit.
It sounds terrible. Anyways.
Tom Waits also covered this song.
Hell yeah. All right, what do you got next?
Half as much?
Don't have that one.
Okay.
But I can find it for you.
It's towards the bottom on the second.
Oh, I see it.
If you loved me half as much as I love you,
This is a good one.
I love it.
Yeah.
you wouldn't worry me half as much as you do. You're nice to me when there's no one else around.
But then what?
You only build me up to let me down.
Oh no, let him down.
See, I was wondering if this one was going to be familiar to you at all. Because it's covered by Cake.
Really?
And
I
know you've heard it.
Probably.
Because I listened to it to be like, do I know this one? I was like, oh, yes.
Was it on Fashion Nugget?
Yeah. Is it the one with the pig on it?
No. Fashion Nugget's the one with the crown on it.
No. What's the one with the little pig?
That's like the second one. I don't know what that one's called. But I think that's the one that has short skirts, long jacket on it. I think.
Okay. Well, I think it's on that one.
Okay.
Anyway, it's good. I listened to it today and I liked it. This song was written by Curly Williams, whose real first name was Doc, D-O-C-K.
Wow.
That's a name, I guess.
Huh.
Anyway, he wrote it in 1951. It was released by Hank in 1952, and Hank did not want to record this song, but his producer talked him into it.
Wow.
But the same year that Hank's version came out, Rosemary Clooney released a version, and hers went to #1.
Oh.
And you know who Rosemary Clooney is?
How could I forget?
I feel like we've done this. Haven't we done this?
I don't know.
George Clooney's aunt.
Oh.
We did this already.
I don't remember that, but I believe you.
This one's covered by everybody. Patsy Cline covered it. It's a great version. Ray Charles covered it. Interesting. Kitty Wells. Do you know her?
I don't.
Well, she's good. She has a song called It Wasn't God Who Made Honky Tonk Angels. And I still like that song.
I haven't heard that.
My dad loved that song.
I believe
Marty
it.
Robbins. Glenn Campbell. Petula Clark.
Nope.
Conway Twitty and Loretta Lynn.
I've heard of Conway Twitty.
Okay. They
Can't
covered
forget that name.
Emmylou
Loretta
Harris.
Lynn, yes.
I know you know Emmylou Harris.
Emmylou, I know that.
Van Morrison.
Yep.
Yeah, because of First Aid Kit.
First Aid Kit, yep. Another band that I like who has a song about her.
It's a great song. I love that
Great song. First Aid Kit's a great band.
They are.
And that's
I
kind of
love
crunchy.
them.
Cunty.
Excuse me?
Apologies.
How dare you?
It is very late. Country.
They're not. They're great.
They're not. They are great.
Actually, they're
country.
like cunty in the best way.
Sure.
Respect. Cunty with a K.
Cunty with a K. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, we've been going for
Far
about
too
3
long.
hours at
So
this
sorry.
point, but it's an hour long here. What else you got?
Jambalaya.
Do I have jambalaya?
I don't know. I'd put it. Why don't you check your playlist? You're not on that.
Oh shit. Okay, fair enough. I do. And this reminds me of just on the bayou. You know, I feel like right now we're in Frontierland, but
I knew you were gonna say fucking Disneyland.
we're in Frontierland and we're walking over towards New Orleans Square.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say floating past the Blue Bayou restaurant, like in
No,
Pirates?
I'm not. Well, we're walking there though. We're walking from Thunder Mountain over
I
to
didn't know you as well as I thought I did.
Honda Mansion. Love it. Don't know what that means. Sharamio.
It's like my love.
Oh, okay.
This
is How do you not like this? I don't know. I'm into it. It's fun. Son of a gun will have big fun.
This one came out in 1952, and it was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame.
Oh, good.
It's upbeat. It's fun. There's a Cajun influence.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's partying on the bayou.
Yeah.
So the name of the girl in the song is Yvonne, and that's my cousin's name. So it was like
Oh,
super exciting.
That's
for me.
really exciting.
I mean, it's a good name.
Mm-hmm.
It's also the name of that new kid in Lennon's class that's from Russia.
How about
I think
that?
it's actually Ivan, but it's pronounced Yvonne. How he
That's
says
cool.
it. This song was covered by Brenda Lee when she was only 11 years old, and it was her
Wow.
first big hit.
How about that?
And I couldn't think of any of her other hits except for Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. I don't think I know any of her music.
No.
Also covered by Fats Domino, John Fogerty,
Mm.
The Carpenters.
Like the Carpenters.
They actually had a pretty big hit with this. Waylon Jennings, Chuck Berry, and
Everyone.
Garth Brooks.
Oh, circling back
Plus,
to Garth.
like, 50,000 other people. These are just
Yeah.
the ones I wrote down.
Yeah. Okay. How about that? Good song. What have we got next? And
Your
do I have
Cheating
it?
Heart.
I don't have that one.
What?
Yeah.
I thought that was a lock. I thought you'd for
Mm.
sure have that one.
It is good, and I guess Audrey was rumored to have stepped out once or twice on Hank, who was stepping out
I
as
was like,
well.
who could blame her?
She, they definitely did not have the best relationship, and so, but he has said to be written this song about her.
Yes, I have those notes
Oh,
as well.
how about that? Here we go. All right, here we go. Buckle up, everyone. You can hear the heartbreak here, though. He sounds very upset.
Probably was. Most guys are upset when they cheat on their wives and then they cheat back.
They don't like that.
They don't.
They don't like
They
that.
like to be the ones cheating.
They're the cheaters. How dare you cheat?
Don't you dare cheat on me after I've cheated on you.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking not.
That's not what we do.
Mm-mm. So rude. So fucking rude.
This is a good song, though.
It is.
Yeah.
Also recorded in 1952 in September, and it was released shortly after his death. So just a few weeks after he died,
Oh,
this song
shit.
was released. So it went straight to number one.
After he died.
Yeah. So he did write this song about Audrey, his first wife, while he was driving to like Shreveport or something with his soon-to-be wife, Billie Jean.
Oh.
So they were driving to see her parents so they could say that they were going to get married.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking shit about Audrey to his new side piece,
Yeah.
who was, I guess, his main piece.
Who
at
I
this
think he
point.
was cheating on her with. Yeah.
Possibly.
Maybe.
Well, I have more.
Okay.
So he referred to Audrey as a cheating heart, and then he was like, get out the notebook and pen, like, I'm going to write a song. And she was writing it down as he's dictating it. So I was looking into Billie Jean, and when Hank met her, she was backstage at the Ryman Auditorium. She was there with her boyfriend, Farron Young.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who that is?
No.
He's also a country star.
Okay.
I like him as well. He had an album that was called Live Fast, Love Hard, Die Young.
Okay.
And I used to think that was like a really cool thing, like when I was like a freshman in high school. And I would like write it on my notebooks and shit.
This
Like,
that's a Hank Williams life, right?
yeah.
That's what he did.
So like it seemed cool to me, like when
Mhm.
you think that being cool is something.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Hank saw her and was very interested and was like, well, I like this.
Mhm.
And the rumors are I guess they're more than rumors. There was like, you know, the PBS show American Masters, they like kind of like a docu-series where they like pick like artists and stuff, and then they do like a whole, they interview everybody.
Sure.
So this guy, his name is Billy Walker, who's a singer at the time. He said that they were all out on the town, like clubbing, doing whatever, drinking, having fun. So it's Hank, Billie Jean, her boyfriend Farron Young.
Yeah.
Hank and Farron go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
In the bathroom, Hank pulls a gun on Farron Young and is like, she's my girlfriend now. She is no longer your girlfriend. So say goodbye. She belongs to me. And that was kind of like it, because I guess she was into Hank too, so because he was a big star.
Okay.
Farron's just starting out. Like he's an up and comer, but he's not as big as Hank, obviously.
Okay.
So then Hank's roommate at the time, Ray Price, also says that Hank was using Billie Jean as leverage to try to win back Audrey.
Mm-hmm.
So he said to Audrey, if you don't come back to me, I'm going to marry Billie Jean. And then Audrey said, go ahead. And so he did.
Wow.
But then he died like 5 months later.
Whoa.
But I just think it's interesting for Hank Williams to call someone else a cheating heart when his cheating ass was all over town. And then he fucking had a baby with somebody else.
Yes, he did.
Well, technically she was born 5 days after he died. But like, you clearly were with Audrey and or Billie Jean when you knocked up this other person.
Mm-hmm.
So good song though. But he
Great
should have been
song.
like, I wrote about my fucking self.
My cheating heart. Yeah.
Whoa, I wrote a lot of notes about Farron Young that are not important.
Okay. Well, you know, you learned some things about Farron Young.
I did, and he did die young. He took his own life.
Oh, that's really sad.
Well, he was 64. I guess he wasn't that young, but that was sad.
That's really sad.
And partially because country music forgot about him. And how dare you, country music? He was a huge star.
You know, I think, you know, so Hank Williams died young, and he died because he overdosed on morphine and alcohol and whatever. And the worst thing is that he's being driven to a show.
Yes.
And it was like a long drive overnight.
Yeah, because his flight got canceled because of bad weather.
So he had to drive, and they don't know when he died on the car ride. They thought he was sleeping, and by the time they realized he had died, rigor mortis had already set in because he'd been dead for so long, which is fucking terrible.
How long does that take to set in? Like 12 hours?
I don't know. I don't know anything about that, but I know
Pretty
that
sure it's a while.
it's a bit. It's a bit, and so
That's bad.
that sucks. So yeah, so young.
So he had a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Because of
how
all
he
this.
died.
I mean, yeah, he's
That sucks. That's sad.
It's crazy. Well, what other songs you got? Is that,
wait,
is that 10?
That was last. But this one was ranked number 5 in CMT's 100 Greatest Songs in Country Music.
Okay. So I don't, the problem now is I'm not going to remember what I had that you did not.
Well, let's look at your list.
Okay. So it's not in the same order you have too. This is what we got. I have 11 songs. How about that? I also have 11.
Oh my God.
wow.
Soulmates.
Oh my God. You know what I love is I'll never get out of this world alive. I have.
He was right.
Yeah, he was right. But I had that on my list. Is this like a, I don't
Now
know.
you're looking at a man that's getting kind of mad. I had a lot to look, but it's all been bad. No matter how I struggle and strive, I'll never get out of this world alive.
I like it.
Love it.
I like this
Great
one.
song.
Yeah. And then I got Dear John. I don't think you had that one.
I do not.
And I think it's more, there's like parts of it that made me like laugh a little
When
bit.
I woke up this morning, there was a note upon my door. Said, "Don't
It's the guys
make
going,
me
yeah, yeah.
coffee,
When they say Dear
baby,
John.
won't be back no more," and that's all she wrote.
Yeah,
I
Dear
sent your
John.
saddle home.
I like that. And the song that I put on here because it's so fucking funny to me is Howlin' at the Moon. Because that fucking howl they make is so dumb. It's so stupid. But I like this song so, but it's like, yo, what the fuck?
I know there's never been a man in the awful shape I'm in. I can't even
We'll get to the
spell my
howl.
name, my head's in such
I think
a
it's the
spin.
guitarist who made this sound.
The day I tried to eat a steak with a big old tablespoon. You got me chasing rabbits, walking on my hands and howling at the moon.
What the fuck?
Well, sugar, I took one look.
So dumb. Anyways, well, that's what. Oh, setting the woods on fire. Yeah. Okay. Pretty close. Pretty close.
Comb your hair and paint and powder. You act proud and I'll act prouder. You sing loud and I'll sing louder. Tonight we're setting the woods on fire. You're my gal and I'm your feller. Dress up in your frock of yellow.
All right.
I'll look swell, but you look sweller.
Let's see
Setting the woods on fire.
what Rolling Stone has to say about our friend Hank Williams. Okay. How you doing, Jenny? It is late. It is
I'm doing great.
almost 10 o'clock. Dear Lord. Okay. I'm a Rolling Stone, all alone and lost, Hank Williams sang in A Lost Highway. For a life of sin, I have paid the cost. When he died on New Year's Day in 1953 at the age of 29 in the backseat of a Cadillac while en route to a gig in Canton, Ohio, Williams was a big guest star in country music, the biggest star in country music, a charismatic songwriter and performer equally at home with the lovesick ballads like I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry and long gone daddy romps such as You're Gonna Change or I'm Gonna Leave. Williams left his stamp on the decades of country and rock and roll that followed him, from the rockabilly of Elvis Presley to Bob Dylan's Like a Rolling Stone to the lovesick ballads of Beck and Jason Isbell's mordant depictions of life.
Good job.
Thanks. Well,
A nice short one.
thanks. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell by this picture. He's like spina bifida. You can tell. You can see it. You can see it. Anyways, Jenny, what are you going to give this album?
I am going to give it. I will give it a 5 because it makes me think of good things about my dad.
Okay, I love that. I, much like Chuck Berry that we just did, the fact that it's a compilation makes sense because albums did not exist back then, and so I'm fine with that format in this regard because Hank Williams would not have been on this list otherwise, and I think he should be on this list. So that is my reasoning for this. Dang, I don't know. I'm going to give it a grade I've never given anything before. It's going to get a 4.75. It is, I really love this. I thought it was great. It's charming, and I have become a Hank Williams fan because of this. So I really liked it. Shouts out my boy Hank. I'm into it. I was into it all the way. So
I love it.
Okay, great. We have that taken care of.
Oh,
Now
the song.
we got to do the song.
Where's my notes?
What is even the song? I'm such a
It's called Paid in Full.
Paid in Full. That's right.
By Eric B. and Rakim.
And Rakim, which I had never heard of them before. Have you?
No, and I had never heard this song before.
Me
I listened to
neither.
it today, and I was like, I don't know this song.
No, I didn't either.
I also didn't write a lot of notes about it.
Okay, I have a couple things. I'm gonna skip a little bit.
I ain't no joke. I used to let the mic smoke. Now I slam it when I'm done and make sure it's broke. When I'm gone, no one gets on. Cause I won't let nobody press up and mess up the scene I set. I like to
This is
stand in
sampled.
the crowd and watch the people wonder.
This is also a sample.
Think about it, then you understand. I'm just an addict, addicted to music. Maybe it's a habit. I gotta use it.
Okay, so what I pieced together on this and what I've learned is that Eric B is the person spinning in the DJ. And they had a contest looking for someone who could rap behind him. And so Rakim won the contest. So they made this album, Paid in Full, is what the album is called as well. Wait, is that right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So then he wrote this song the night before the record was due. He wrote the lyrics down in about, they said 5 to 15 minutes, and then performed it, and then the song was done. So, which is insane.
That's what I wrote too.
Okay.
This was the 5th single from the album. So they recorded at Power Play Studios the night before the record label deadline. They did 3 songs that night. This was one of the 3, and it says that Rakim wrote the lyrics in about 5 minutes right before they recorded it, and then Eric B added the ad lib at the end to lengthen this song.
Crazy.
I was
But
like,
cool.
but yeah, I was very unfamiliar
Me too.
with this.
I've never. Yeah.
This was,
What do you think of the song? What are you gonna rank it? Like, you know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think I listened to it enough times. I only listened to it twice, like basically on the way here.
It
like
didn't. It didn't stick
It was
with
like
me.
a 3 for me.
It was like a 2 for me. It didn't stick with
Because
me.
that one, like the music, like it's like that's so familiar to me. So I'm like, I must have heard that in like other things too. So I like that.
Yeah.
That I like. And then I thought I probably just needed to listen to it more because usually when I listen to something a bunch of times and I start to like it, so maybe I didn't give it enough of a chance, or maybe I just don't like it.
Yeah. It's a 2.
2.5
it's fine.
to 3.
I just noticed looking at this book that the Fugees was right here. Wouldn't it be so funny if you got Lauryn Hill and then the Fugees? That'd been wild.
Oh my God.
That would been fucking wild. Okay, Jenny, you're gonna pick again. Are you
love the
going to bring
Fugees.
yourself back for a 4th week? I can't imagine. No.
Look, I have fun doing this. I
I have
like
fun having you on.
being here. I don't like recording twice in a row.
That sucks.
That I don't like.
That was not
But
fun.
I do enjoy being here. I just don't want to wear out my welcome.
Well, you can't wear it with me.
Well,
I love you.
I'm not worried about
Me.
you. You see me every day.
I do.
I could have been worn out a long time ago. I worry about these sweet people
Okay.
that don't want to see my annoying ass every day. 146.
We're right in the same area. What is one? Oh, almost Eminem, but not Blondie. Parallel Lines. All right. Don't know much.
It's not
about-
going to be me.
It's not okay. It's not gonna be Jenny. We have confirmed it.
I mean, I like Blondie. I'm just not like a massive Blondie fan. I don't know that much about.
Have I done Blondie before?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Who have I done that I'm thinking of? Doesn't matter. 146 is the song, and we are going to be listening to James Taylor, Fire and Rain. Wow.
Oh, I can't come then because I hate James Taylor.
But you don't know why.
I don't know why, but I do know that every time I hear James Taylor's name, I feel angry. But then when I hear his music, I feel like I want to cry. And then when I listened to an interview with him once, he sounded like the nicest person that's ever
Maybe
existed.
you like went to school with someone named James Taylor and you just hated that person.
No, I'd remember that. I remember everybody's name.
Okay.
I think I just had like a childhood trauma while James Taylor was playing. And so then I have to hate him for it. And it's not
Fair
his
enough.
fault. And it's not my fault. So don't be mad at me either.
Okay, I'm not mad.
And I do apologize for my salty attitude on this podcast.
Well, that
I'm
was
so
my
sorry.
doing. I apologize as well. But everyone, thanks so much. And it was extra
It was
long,
his
too.
fault.
Man, we've been going for hours.
I don't even know where I am anymore.
Oh, man. I love you so much, though. All right,
too.
everyone. Thanks for watching this week. If it goes up on time, it's a miracle because that's a few hours from now. So we'll see what I can do. Love you all. Thanks for subscribing. And Jenny, I do love you. Thank you for coming on this show,
You're
even though you embarrass me greatly. All right. I love you all. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.